organization and what we do. Today for Tomorrow Initiative is a youth-led organization that works with and for young people between the ages of 10 to 35 years old. And our core thematic areas are human-centered development, youth development to be specific, health, which covers sexual reproductive health and rights and gender-based violence, and thirdly, economic strengthening. We have engaged young people between the ages of 10 to 35 to design and implement programs and projects in these core thematic areas that we work with as an organization. And as part of our effort under human-centered development, youth development, we have come up with this TFT conference, the first of its kind. Yes, please. So it is my deepest honor to welcome each and every one of you to the first conference organized by TFT. So you all, history have made history today that you are part of this first conference organized by Today for Tomorrow initiative. And at TFT, we believe that young people are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but they are the architects of today. Our vision is to build an inclusive society where every young person know their rights, attain their full potentials, and are actively involved in problem solving and decision making, not just for themselves, but for their communities as well. Whether it's through skills training, advocacy, mentorship, access to digital tools, leadership development, or community service. Today for Tomorrow initiative is here to support you in discovering your potential, clarifying your vision, and taking intentional steps towards your future. The theme for this month, May, Clear Discovery, reflects the journey of peeling back layers of fear, confusion, or societal expectations to clearly see who you are as young people, what you carry, and where you are meant to go. It's about bold self-awareness, intentional growth, and action. And through this conference, we hope to guide and inspire each and every one of you today towards that journey. And since our founding, TLC has worked across various communities, especially young, vulnerable, and undeserved populations, ensuring no voice is left unheard and no potential is left undiscovered. I, for once, I am a beneficiary of this vision. I started with Today for Tomorrow initiative as someone without a clear purpose in life. But ever since I joined, my vision became very clear, my purpose became very clear, and I am here today. So I want to assure you that you are in the right place. So today, as we listen to our speakers, engage with your peers, ask questions, and reflect, I encourage you all to be open, to learn, to unlearn, to rediscover yourself, and most importantly, to walk away with clarity, because clarity is power. Once again, welcome to Today for Tomorrow's Initiative First Conference. Thank you very much.
I don't think that hand offering does justice to what she did. Can you please appreciate her one more time? One more time. All right. Are we happy? Are we happy? Are we happy? You should be showing on your faces. Can you do that with a smile? This is a beautiful smile. The state coordinator just mentioned how beautiful and how good looking all of you look this morning. So I like to see more of that on your faces. Are we together? All right. Thank you very much. Now we are going to have an introduction. Okay. I believe when you were coming in, you were given sticky notes, isn't it? And then you were asked to write that which you know how to do and also that which you love to do. All right. So when I give you the microphone, what I like you to do is that you tell us, you do not necessarily have to mention your name. You tell us that which you know how to do and that which you love to do. All right. Be specific about the both of them. Thank you very much.
I love to do football. I love to do football. I not like to do fighting.
Can you appreciate him, please?
Okay, I love to read stories.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so I am a public speaker. I am a cybersecurity analyst and a technical analyst. And what I love to do is I love to pray.
Can you appreciate him, please? He said he loves to pray. I wonder in the house.
I like to singing,
You like to sing. What do
yes,
you know how to
prayer.
do? Can you appreciate that, please?
Uh,
Okay. You can tell us what you know how to do and then what you love to
okay, I know how to speak about public issues in public, write poetry books, and address people of my age to include them. And what I love to do is ballet and being happy.
do. Can you appreciate that, please?
Okay, what I can do is I can sing and I can address a crowd without fear.
You can
And
address the crowd without
yeah,
fear.
I can write poetry, stories. So I like crocheting. I crochet with thread and the hook. Yeah, I like reading. I like finding ways to build myself.
Can you appreciate that, please? She likes to find ways to build herself. That is something. Can you pass it to the next?
Okay, hello everyone.
Hello.
So I am a spoken word artist and a creative writer. What I love to do, I basically love storytelling.
She loves storytelling. I love storytelling too. Can you appreciate that, please?
Morning,
Can you
everyone.
appreciate that?
Morning, everyone. I love discovering new things and new technology. I love writing too, and I'm a graphic designer.
Can you appreciate it? You love to write, you love to discover new things and new technology. Yes,
Hey
sir.
everyone, I love 3D modeling, and what I love doing is reading.
You love to read. That is a reader by your
Yeah.
side. Can you appreciate it?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Okay, what I love to do, I love, I love to learn. Yeah, I love building up myself to me becoming a better version of myself. And what I know how to do, I know how to write. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you appreciate it, please? You love to write and you love to learn.
Good afternoon, everyone.
That's good, sir.
Yes, I know how to read, do catching works, but what I love to do the most is impacting to others.
You love to impact neighbors, you love to impact people around you. Can you appreciate it, please?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm a content creator, so I love communicating and creating content to inspire people, and I
Can you
love
appreciate
learning.
that?
Afternoon, guys. I'm Daniel. I love crafty.
You love to craft.
Craft, yes. Anything I see, like to craft.
Thank you very much. Can you appreciate it, please?
Hello, I'm Fiona. I love decorating purses and I'm a nail art.
Can you appreciate that, please?
Hello, everyone. I love reading books, actually. It's books.
You love to, that is a reader by your side. It's a reader by leader. Can you appreciate that, please?
Good morning, everyone. I'm a meal specialist and engineer by profession. I love solving things. I love solving things in more easier way. Yeah, thank you.
That is the problem solver. He loves to solve things in his way. Can you appreciate it?
Good day, everyone. I love having meaningful conversations. Yes. I build websites too.
That is a website developer and he loves to have meaningful conversation. Can you appreciate it? Do something. Can you appreciate that?
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm a stylish and then an educationist. I like to impact knowledge on people.
He loves to impact knowledge to people around him. So if you want more knowledge, you go closer to him. Can you appreciate him?
Um, um, I'm an environmental specialist, but I love to impact in the life of people, most especially the adolescents.
She loves to impact a lot of people, especially adolescents. That is the role model right there. Can you appreciate that, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am a dietitian, but I also love to speak, especially to young sisters, how I could empower their minds.
Can you appreciate that, please? She's a dietitian. You need something for your balance and for the kids.
Good morning, everyone. All right, I am a writer. Yes, and I love to teach.
That's a teacher and a writer. Both of them together. Appreciate that, please.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
I like to put smile on people's face. If you are sad, I will come to you, and I will make a small jokes. You will laugh. That is right.
Thank you very much. Can you appreciate that, please?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm a teacher and I love teaching kids.
Thank you very much. Can you appreciate them, please? One of them said she loves to put smiles on people's faces. So if anytime you feel sad, tomorrow or next, you look for her. Can you tell us your name, please? Okay, you heard her. You can look for her whenever you feel sad. Are we together? All right. Please, for those of you at the end, can you please come forward? Okay, can you fill the spaces here? Can you please do well to come forward so that when others come, they can fill the spaces at the back? Okay, thank you. All right. Now let me tell you my own. Okay. I love to write. I am actually a very good storyteller, and I love to speak to younger people too. Okay. So that is my people are supposed to be clapping for me. Exactly. Thank you very much. Now the next thing on our list is the objectives of this conference. Okay, you are here for the TFT conference to learn more about clear discovery. All right, but you need an in-depth explanation of what the objectives of this conference is, okay, or what they are. So right now I'd like to call on someone in our midst that will help to explain deeply, that would love to explain more on what the objectives of this conference is. So I'd like you to appreciate greatly as I welcome Hawa to come and explain this. Can you clap? Can you clap? Do not stop until she's on the stage. Can you continue, please?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, once again. I am Rufai Hawa Enya, and as we come together under the theme of clear discovery, it is very important that we all get to understand how we can achieve this aim, right? So I'm going to take us through the objectives, few of them, of clear discovery. Number one on my list here, I have to help young people discover clarity in their life's path. Now, in the world we live in, it's full of young people where we are constantly bombarded with a lot of choices, values, expectations, and so on, right? So we've been here in this conference. It's going to make us understand better because at some point it feels like clarity becomes a luxury when most of the times is a necessity, right? So this conference is designed to help us cut through those noises and see how we can actually pause, reflect, and begin to see more clearly, right? And so it could be in your academic path, it could be your career choices, it could be your values, or even in our relationship, right? So clarity is the first step to rediscovering our purpose. Number two on my list, I have to protect and to provide a space for self-reflection, empowerment, and motivation, right? So the TFT conference is not just one where we allow speakers to just speak, but it's also where we don't just listen, but we get to the place is made to be a safe space for us, right? So a space where you become real, you ask your questions, and then you feel heard, right? So the space make it says that you matter, your voice matter, and your journey matters. So through the shared stories, the honest conversations, the discussions, which at the end of the day should be relatable, right? Where we can be able to share our wisdom, to share our experience, and not just feel like you're just here to just listen. So feel free to express yourself, right? So that's an objective. The next one on my list is to connect with youth, with mentors and role models who can guide you. A lot of times in life, we know we want people ahead that we can look up to, but also it's also good to have people beside us that we can work with, right? So this conference is giving us that avenue. They are not just here as speakers or as panelists. After this show, we could walk up to them and be able to ask them questions where we are not clear, right? To help us continue on our journey of clarity, right? So it features relatability, passionate mentors and speakers who are ready to be there for us. So do not shy away from that opportunity. So last on my list is for us to foster a sense of belonging and celebration of purpose. One of the most important thing about being a young person is the fact that you want to feel belong, right? So, and that you are not alone in your journey, right? In your struggles. So this from, I don't know, we've participated in the red carpet down to the group discussions we'll be having later. So all of these things is just to foster inclusivity and then make you feel welcome, where you celebrate who you are becoming, right? And the beautiful discovery of your purpose. So when you leave here, we hope you carry this whole sense of community, right? Pride and responsibility to keep growing, and not just for yourself, but for the world around you that should be impacted. So I'll end with this. Let today not just be an event for us, right? It should be a turning point, a spark, because when clarity meets discovery, transformation begins. Thank you very much for listening.
Can you do better? Can you appreciate her? Okay, she said, when clarity meets discovery, transformation begins. I think that is one very important thing to note. All right. So when you're going, you can go and tell your people that when clarity meets discovery, then transformation begins. Are we together? All right. Now at this time, I'd like to invite my co-host, all right, to take the next session of this particular activity. And then as she comes forward, can you appreciate her so well? Her name is Olivia. As she comes forward, can you appreciate her? Appreciate her. Keep clapping until she is behind me.
Just introduce her when she's on our continue.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Olivia Godfrey. So, next on our itinerary here, we're about to have the first speaker who is coming up to teach us, enlighten us, and her name is Adegbasi Ozaveshi Sani. She's a visionary and transformative leader with over 13 years of experience driving youth-led impact across the public health, social enterprise, and community development in Nigeria. She's the founder of TFT, where she has led multiple youth-driven projects and programs spanning youth, health, education, and gender, empowering young women as a catalyst for change in their communities. She's a trailblazer in youth northern formation. So join me and welcome Mrs. Adegbasi Ozaveshi Sani as she comes on stage. With a standing ovation, please do the honors.
No, please, thank you. For the sake of our online people that we are using this, because we have many people that are not in Adamawa, and we're also looking forward to participate in this conference. So because of them, we have to make it audible for them. That's why. So you're wondering why are we holding this when we're just here? Yeah, so that is the reason why this is happening. So online participants, we hold you dear to our heart, that we don't want you to also miss out a thing, while all of us try to go through the experience of today's conference. Woo! Welcome, and I want to count it a great privilege for the thematic arm of TFT, which is a human study development arm, for betting this concept, because one of the striking things that they do at TFT is to look for problems affecting young people. And then when they see these problems, they have to sit back and develop solutions to these problems. And one of the way out of the problem that we have seen around young people struggling to grow, young people struggling to become what they desire to become in your professional career path, in what you love to do. We see that there's a lot of struggle around there. Most of our parents, most adults also went through this struggle moment when they were as young as you. And because they went through this journey, for some certain things that they didn't have forums like this, they didn't have a platform or a system that actually showed them how to go about becoming what they desire to become. You struggle into ages. Today you are 25, tomorrow you wake up, you are 26, and your days are just going, right? Yeah, so before you know it, life happens. Probably they got married, they have children, they are aging, they're now 40, 50, and they pass it on to the next generation to, hey, you find yourself. And sometimes they even try to make you become where they missed it, right? Because it's a good plan, it's a good thought, but at their own moment of struggling, they were not able to figure it all out. I mean, as a life coach, I've spoken to clients. I have clients across all ages. Sometimes my clients are in their 50s, and at that point, they are still even wondering, I have retired, I have studied this and become this, but there's something still missing. I still feel like I need to find the other part of me at that age, right? So in deciding to leave what you've discovered, age is not really a barrier. At the moment you get the clarity right, it's advisable that start running with it, what you've gotten clear, right? So today we're here to set clear discovery, because we're expecting that as you leave this door today, you should be clear about who you are, so that you can solidify your foundation and embark on your own life journey from today. In case you have not been, in case you didn't even recognize that this was you. Sometimes from what you mentioned when they said tell us what you love to do and what you know how to do, there lies your strongest pointer to who you are. We did not ask you what you've been doing. We didn't ask you what you even studied. We didn't ask you what you've become from what you learned. There are two different things. I can learn to be a designer today, right? And because I learned for 1 year or for 6 months, I now know how to sew. And I start sewing. I now become one of the maybe the greatest designer that you know on earth. But that's not who I am. I learned it. And I became what I learned. I studied it. I became what I learned. People say, you're good in this. This course is selling. Now is the time of technology and tech, AI everywhere. You know, markets did this area. I think I need to also learn this AI so that I can cash out in this trending thing. And you might not even know when unconsciously you start trying to become an AI expert. But that's not who you are. Because who you are, your strongest pointer is tied to that natural thing that you genuinely love to do. It's always buried inside of it. And if you look at that thing critically, you also know how to do that thing excellently, even without learning how to do it. It comes natural. If they keep you and who learned how to do it in the same space to say, do these things that both of you know how to do, one learns it, one did not learn it, right? The one that learns it will do well professionally, but the one that it is natural, if that person stand up to do it, there is a difference. And the result is excellent. Right? That is why sometimes you go to the hospital. I'm sure most of you have experienced a nurse and a doctor. And sometimes you'll be like, The way this nurse handled me, I felt sometimes you experience that, or you meet a doctor who came to you and is doing his doctor work that he or she learns. He has done, madam, you'll be okay. Should we still use this? All right, madam, you'll be okay. But if you see someone that naturally love to ensure somebody is healthy, your body, your everything is functioning well, that person's check in on you is different from the one that learns it, because that person will look at you. Okay, thank you for saving me from the stress things. All right, that doctor will look at you beyond him just treating you or she just treating you, because the person naturally cares. That doctor time might be over in the clinic and they say your duty call is over. Someone else will take over. That doctor will say, you go and rest. I need to be with this patient. Because naturally, that is who that doctor is. The doctor will not find stress in staying 3 nights with patient you want to be sure that is healthy. If you find yourself doing what you love to do, that is connected to who you are naturally, you don't see stress in it. Even if they tell you now, if they tell, I'm gonna be, all of you know Vivian, right? You know her better. If they tell Vivian now to wake up and go and do something around girls in the IDP camp, even though she has not eaten, even though she's sick, as she hears that call, automatically she gets strength from nowhere. And those that know that Vivian is sick will see Vivian in the field and say, Vivian, I thought your body was just hot right now. At that time, she might be using her last strength to just be with those girls or do what she needs to do in that place, because that is naturally who she is and what she loves to do. When she stopped doing it at that moment, she can now go back and she start feeling the symptoms of the sickness. She now remember that, I'm hungry. She now remember that, I think I'm tired. But at the time she was doing it, she was not feeling hunger, tired, nothing, because it's natural. So my point to you now is, most of you came here to I want to come, I don't know, I want to come and know myself, I want to come and, I don't know what the expectation was. But we use one question to call your mind to say, this is who you have been all this while. But maybe you have been doing other things and probably ignoring that, and you are still even praying, God, show me who I am. He must have shown you, but maybe you ignored it. And one good thing is that natural thing that you are, that you're good at, people also see it. Those around you, your parents, your elder ones, your friends, people that are close to you can see your natural you. And they'll tell you, you're very good at this, so did you learn it? You're like, no, I just know it. And even if you want to now study, your own study is like extra, because you're just like sharpening your sword. You're a sharp sword, though, but you're just sharpening the sword so to be sharper. Not because you really want to learn to know. You already know how to do it, right? So I want to believe that from participating in that question of what you love to do, write that thing from that paper to your own book. That is your pointer. If you have to even get a hard copy, a fresh page, and name that book your name, you have a name now. Name the book. If your name is Adek, name the book of Adek, and write in bold, this is what Adek loves to do. And then start building on every other thing on that thing, right? So, I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not even here to teach you. Nah. I'm not even here to impress you. Please don't be impressed. Don't be entertained. Don't be too carried away. Most of you are even seeing me from online to live here. Don't be distracted to say, finally I've seen this Adeko. Please just throw that aside. I'm here to use the next 30 minutes to share something with you that you already know deep down. But I'm just here like an agent to awaken your consciousness that this is who you've been all this while. or let's get it clear, right? And fix it. That's the only part we will do. The rest is in your hands to build on from there. All right. Assignment today is very simple to wake your consciousness because the result you've been desiring for years. Most of you that have finished school, you have learned this today. You are learning this tomorrow. When they ask you what are you doing now, my dear, you're doing in a year tailoring, shine, trending. Then I see you again another training. What are you doing now, man? This I just need to learn it. Then I ask you again, what are you doing now? My dear, that one no pay oh. This life no balance. Now this one now. No say if I just cook food now, everybody will just come to me. No, I can cook. Most of us have been in that kind of shoe from one spot to another. And if you're not careful, you'll be jumping from one spot to another. And every day is growing into every week. Every week is growing into every month. Every happy birthday you get is a moment to realize, wait, I've just finished 1 year. Have I been this me? What am I doing with this new age given to me now? Because you're aging out, right? Yeah, so give me your full attention. Put every distraction aside. I beg you, right? Because they will come. Either somebody will tap you or your phone will just beep. If possible, put your phone in a way that do not disturb. So it should not beep for the next 30 minutes so that your mind can be here. Because we're going to deal with your mind, right? We're going to deal with your heart. Right? And I say this with all sincerity. I personally believe in you. That you that is you. I personally believe in that you. I believe that you can be that version of yourself you desire to become. Right? Are we ready? Even if the whole world doubts you, even yourself, you might want to doubt yourself. Because sometimes, have you ever thought about yourself as this and you say, this is a dream big, oh, how can this be you? Are you the daughter of this? Do you even have, you start even writing yourself off that, my dear, let me don't even bother. You know, all fingers are not equal. You start consoling yourself. Many of us do that. You start saying, even God has made it from the beginning. That's people are not equal. You now sit down and just remain to be admirer of those that are living. If they pass, you say, God, I celebrate your grace. I admire you. You are doing well. You, what are you doing with you? All right? Because most of us, it is belief that has brought us to where we are. It's just belief. Personally, I didn't even come from a background of a home of two educated parents. And I was their first child. Right? Had a lot of things that should put me down. No money. You know when they write your family up that this house, Tony Bassi children, if person no help them, na so they go be. That was the kind of home I came from. In the village. Right? Every other person had things going on. But in my own house, we didn't have things going on. But belief puts me forward. I believe that I will be different. I believe that I can change the narrative. I looked at my two parents, my mom and my dad. I said, who believe in this nonsense more? At that point, it was my dad. He believes in any nonsense. I tell him, Daddy, today I want to do this. I really have a strong feeling that I should do this. Like, okay. His goal is, does this makes you happy? That's his question. Once he said, it makes me happy. Okay. My mom on the other side was the president daughter. You want to go and fix 3 children. Have you even eaten? My friend, use that money and come here. Let's help ourselves. You know, but I know that all of them, both of them, is from a place of love. Just that one person, I need to hold one person's belief, to act to my belief, to move on. And it helped me to even select friends. If I work with friends, I know that you don't believe in this big talk I am talking, then I shouldn't talk to you. Because your belief might make me not to believe in my own self, right? So I'm giving you that I am one of the persons in your life now that you should know that I believe in you. That thing that looks so big, right? So do not be scared anymore. In succeeding on the potential that you have, because everyone has a potential. In case you've been wondering, oh, this one is just lucky. She knows how to talk. She knows how to do this. She's no. Everyone in this room has a potential. You can even go back and ask your parents or adults around to look at you when you were a childhood to say, when I was a child, what was that thing I loved to do? What was that thing I always do? They will remember and say, oh, when you were a child, you were always liking this. If you can even ask them, at all stages I was growing, when I got to teenage age, what was I now liking? When I get to this age, what was I always liking? You're just trying to identify your natural potential in addition to the ones that you learned, right? Yeah, so for me, I knew I had to use my voice to change a lot of lives. But at that time, I knew this. I was a stammerer. I didn't know how to talk. I was so timid, I was so shy. Only to say my name is a problem. No. If everybody start laughing at me, I'll just bury myself and disappear. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I knew I had a potential that my voice would be heard. So how I fought it, I learned how to talk. So that is why even if you're going after things to learn, it's good to go after things to learn. But ensure you are learning what you need in becoming who you are. It's not everything you need to learn. You need to recognize, what do I need to learn that will contribute to making me excellent or better? Even till date, I'm still learning how to talk more smoothly, because most of you don't have an issues with some words when you're trying to pronounce them. But I still have issues with some words. There are some words that I look to pronounce. I can't pronounce it. I will use acronym, or I will even skip it. Or I might want to say this thing and I've said it like 3 times before the last one came out to you. Yeah. Or my hands are my tools of talking. If you cut my hand off and let my hands be down, and I'm to say something, I'll start stammering because my flow is removed. Even this one that I'm holding this mic, some words might stutter even now because my two flows, one is off, only one is helping me. Do you understand, right? Yeah, so there are things you can learn that you need to become better. Even if I'm going on YouTube to watch things, I like watching things I see people talking so well, because I want to even be excellent in talking. How will a village girl know how to speak English? Do you understand? Sometimes I admire people that even know how to pronounce phonics words so well. And I just admire. I'm like, I need to learn how to pronounce this. Because when you go to some kind of spaces, you don't need to pronounce your words wrongly. You need to say it as it should be said. So, because I don't know how to say it that way, I have to learn. Do you understand? So the point is, you have a potential, know it, and then identify the things that you need to learn to sharpen it, right? Yeah. Right now, as an adolescent that you are, or as a youth that you are in the best season of your life to build your foundation. This stage you are right now is one of the best times to build your own foundation. All the names of great men that you knew before, they did things that made those names become those names that you like. Nelson Mandela, even the ones that have died. How many of you know Miles Monroe? What do you know him to be talking about? Purpose. Thank you. When I was looking for, because you also need to identify who is already doing this thing that you love to do, that you want to become. Nothing is new. There is always someone that have been ahead of you. All you have to do is find them. You might not be privileged to see them one-on-one, but you have a means to sight what they are doing from afar. You just looking at them consistently, it keeps you also in check. It keeps you, as in when you're thinking of idea, you see the one that he has done, and it will tally, and then it gives you booster to do yours. Do you understand? Yeah, so I was searching for who is someone that his own assignment on this earth was to tell people to identify who they are and live their purpose. I was only finding Miles Morrow. I watch Miles Morrow from beginning to the end. That's all he says. And right now, I'm trying to do what Miles Morrow did, as if he knew he was not going to be here for a long time. He made sure at that time, everything he was saying were recorded and documented. Now, Miles Morrow is dead, right? But all his messaging on purpose are coming out that is still serving generations upon generations, even when he has returned. Did he discover his own self? Yes. Did he live it? Yes. Did he plan for sustainability? Yes. Because if you don't plan for what will sustain who you are, when you go, it ends with you. And I will say, Chai, Enadek was here. I wish she was here right now. She would have been doing this. If that kind of statement is made when I'm dead, then I didn't plan, then I failed to plan for my sustainability. My sustainability could be finding Adek in the lives of every other person. As I find them, I speak to their mind and they go. Even if Adek go, there'll be another Adek. You talk like Adek, you guys think alike, you guys. That's the sustainability. It will continue, right? So, and all of us in this room as young people, between the age of 10 to 35, please know that globally, the age number that qualifies you as a young person is 35 years. Globally. Most young people don't know that. Some people, I see some youth and I pity for them. Not because they are suffering, but because they don't realize that your age is fixed. You can't make any further noise after 35 as a young person. Should I give you Nigerian statistics? Nigerian young person highest age of a young person in Nigeria is 29 years, according to your constitution. So even if there are policies, there are things in place for you as a young person to acquire, in terms of development, access and things, if they want to check in well, once your age has passed 29, you can no longer access it. It might be so good, but say, I wish you came early. I wish we knew you early. They're looking for another bigger, another younger person. And they'll tell you, now you have joined the river. Go on, just continue from there. Nigeria is 29. United Nations. All of us like to affiliate with UN, right? You like to win UN things. You want to travel around doing stuff with UN. UN age limit is 24 years. You're laughing because most of you have passed the age. So it automatically means, in case you have been planning to become a UN youth, my dear, UN is looking for these younger ones to find their own self and leave their legacy. And once they see them apply, how old are you? Yeah, it's you we are looking for. You can see that thing and apply. And then write great things. UN will say, why didn't we meet you when you were 20? Yeah. Even me, it's happening to me. I'm so good at what I do. I'm a youth engagement strategist. I know how to program for young people. I know how to add any solution that affect young people. I can give you design from UN to anybody, and once they do that design, you see results, right? I've been good doing it. I was hot cake from when I was in 2016, 17 in Calabar. In fact, if you walk the street of Calabar 2017, 18, 19, every billboard, you will see my picture. They use my face to speak to young people. Then I didn't even know how to use social media. Then I know how to use it now. So maybe I would have used it that time to put myself out there. It ended in the posters. For every event they are doing for young people, ADEC is the guest invited. ADEC, just speak. As you speak, the magic happens. They put me in rooms, board meetings of systems, to hear their problems and give them solution. Once ADEC say, let's do it this way. Oh yeah, guys, let's do it. As they do it, there's solution. But I didn't know they knew of the age factor. Every time I do happy birthday to me, I'm +1. People are counting with you. Yeah. They can even ask you, happy birthday. And then they're close to you. How old are you now? I am 20. They now count 4 years ago. Or you yourself now put camera. Hello guys, I am 32 right now. 32. The UN, the African Charter is counting 3 more years to come. Then for African Charter, the age number of a young person, which is what we like to use because we are Africans. Luckily for us, Nigeria, we are part of Africa, so we are safe. African Charter ends at 35 years. So in case you are here, maybe you are 34 right now, know that you have only 1 year. 1 year to show that, hey, this is my potential. Use me, I'm here. If that 1 year pass, maybe you will join them like politicians to be reducing your age so that you will never. Well, they will catch you now. Especially if you're someone that wants to build legacy with your name. You can't even lie on top of your age. Because the day they find out, that integrity thing can shut all your good work. So there's no point. It's better you tell them, look, I'm so good at this, but I've passed the age. I can be a consultant to do that. But please give this to this person. So now I'm so good. I came to Yola. I'm so good. Yola too. They saw me and every year, everybody was watching ADEC. But I didn't know they were checking my age. Immediately I entered 2023. I publicly said, I'm happy to be 30. I didn't even look 30, yeah? I happen to be 30. My dear, I stopped receiving calls from some US persons that used to call me very hot. Every week I have emails going. But now, I can stay 1 month, no email, to travel any country. Even if I apply now, say wait of application. Because you will see application is telling you age this to this. How many of you have seen that? Age that to that. So when I see it now, what I do, because I have a system for young people's development, I forward to them. And I'm waiting for them to apply. And let me help you review. Because I can no longer acquire those opportunities. Sadly. The only thing that will make me get invited again because of my legacy is the kind of results you are emitting with your systems that your legacy has built. It could be because of TFT or other things I have that I might be invited. Not because of ADEG anymore, because of that system they have tracked as a success. So if you discover who you are and you don't even build your legacy and build your system, know that you're also destroying your future by what you're doing today, what you're ignoring today. Yeah. Because by the time you now wake up to be ready, you are now 35. They want to invite you. You're just talking so well about, I am Joy, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, I've been doing that. And through what? I worked here, worked here, worked here, worked here. Hey, what do you have? I'm currently looking for a job or I'm working here. No system now. No legacy, nothing. They will pick someone else that say, oh, Vivian, I heard you're so good at this, you're so good at this. Oh, what do you have? Vivian now say, I have a system that do this, that. They'll pick Vivian, not you. Why? Because you are good. She's good. Why they're picking her is not because she's Vivian. It's because she has a system that has results. I said I want to speak to your consciousness. You are not too small to start living. Be angry now that your time has been ticking without even you making use of it. Yeah. If I ask you now, how many of you are 25? But how many of you are 24? Let's check UN people here. 24. If you are 24 downward, hands up. 24 downward. In fact, stand. Let's go at the UN people. Let's see you, UN people. 24 downward. 24 downward. Can you stand? Stand. 24 downward. Wow. Everybody seated. Just celebrate with them now. Just celebrate them. Celebrate them. The things you are going to get, we that are seated, but let me sit down. We that we are seated, we will not get them again, no matter how good we are. It's only you that can get it and say, Adek, please come and do this for me. Oh, Ketura, thank you. Are you seeing the room? Are you seeing the room? Most of you are already like 23. Okay, if you are 23, okay, you have only 1 year to finish 24. Sit down. Ah, it's dropping. Amazing. Look at the room again. Turn around and look. It's dropping. So in 1 year, something that just sat down, what will you do in 1 year to catch up before you lose everything for UN? But you still have advantage for African Charter, right? So sit down, please. Thank you so much. We admire you. In fact, I want to be your best friend, though. All of you that stood up and your best friend, let's work together because it is through you that I can be useful. Sadly, that's the truth, right? If I want to check 34 now, maybe the whole room will stand up. So let me don't do that because you might be too angry to realize that, man. But one of you are past 35, I'm not interested. I have only 3 more years to go. In fact, it's in these 3 more years, I'm telling myself, I need to resume back to apply for African opportunities to get as many as I can get to get my exposure and that within these 3 years. Because if I start applying now, maybe January, February, emails will start going out to congratulate you whether you are selected or not. I might get 1 or 2 again. And then when I enter 33, I can do it again. 34, I'm wrapping up. 35, the last one I get, I know that is the last one. I'll start speaking like an old woman. Young people. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm telling myself that I want to be more intentional in grabbing some opportunity because I stopped applying for a very long while, trying to build others up, right? But because I know that my time is really ticking right now, I have my passport that can still take me for 5 years. Let me use it before I start thinking of my own money to travel. Do you know how much to travel with your own money? You need like 8 million naira. Yeah, a flight to a country is 4 million. To come back, it's 4 million. Outside accommodation. So when you see us feeding or per diem that they will pay you, when you see us travel, so we are in this country today, I came for this conference, know that on your head, they've just spent even up to 10 million naira just for you to be there. Right? Just for you to be there. The ones that have gone, those countries that have gone, I'm telling myself, yeah, I maximize my age. But now I want to resume it so that I can go and connect more. It's about connection, learning, exposure, pushing what you do, for better result of what you want to get. I just have 3 years to do that, right? If you have more years, my point is today, that thing you love to do that you have, because that's your discovery, in case you're looking for something else, that is your discovery. That is where your focus should be in building. Even if I don't talk again, I don't know who is timing me. Let me know. Let me know that you have understood that very basic, that is very key. And I believe that now your eyes are open to say, my time is ticking. It's not women that their clock is ticking. Women are even rushing because of clock is ticking. I don't marry now, I don't go born. No. You're worrying over that one. When your legacy that you should be worrying about too is also going with you, right? Yeah, so success is not determined by your location. When you hear Vivian's story, it's not location. It's not by location. Don't say, oh, Moso Abuja is them that have those kind. It's not location. You can come from here to global because of what you love to do, because what you love to do and what you love to become. You see yourself say it unconsciously without even knowing. Like when I'm watching the story of our little girl Mary, do you know what I love most about the story? She was consciously who she was. She knew who she was. And if you know who you are, somebody give you mic even in the dream, what do you want? Is that thing that you love that you will say. That's what happened to her. They only just interviewed her outside playing the game, but it was a normal interview. Hi, you know, Mary, what do you want? I want God to help me to acquire my education. She said her heart, and she has reason for what she want that education to use to do to liberate her family. And as that thing went out, how God work is when you're able to be conscious of who you are and where you're becoming. He makes ears to hear that, because people will hear that thing every day, every day, every day. I'm sure Mary was saying that thing every day, every day, every day, every day for that kind of interview. Yeah. And then one door opened. Well, I'm just watching the girl's life unfolding and I'm smiling because even when she was little, she was conscious of who she was. And she has classmates in her school, right? But guess what? All of them will graduate. Mary will have a legacy. Not because of the traveling, because from the very beginning of she entering the school, she had a reason. This is why I'm coming for education. If Mary graduates now, she knows what she wants to do with that education. I can even tell you Mary's life in the next 20 years. Because Mary will finish her school, get wealth, and come back and look for those that did not have education. To say, hey, I was like this. This is education. Story of Malala. She was a young girl, no education, but that was her everyday cry until God raised someone that heard her cry. And now, in Malala's name, they give out educational support to millions of people who cannot go to school because of Malala talking about who she is and what she wants to become. It starts with that thing you genuinely love to do, to become. Who is Adek? From small, Adek is that person that will use her voice to transform lives. I don't know if my voice, how far it has transformed people's lives, but till death, I want to be using my voice to transform. So maybe now only Nigeria know me, right? But this same voice, I will keep saying it, doing it over and over and over again till one day I'll be invited in a very bigger global space. It has happened before, but it will happen more. Everybody's celebrating Ngozi Conjuela, the economic whatever, they will invite me, and what they will celebrate me for is not because I am a profession expert. It's because she has been using her voice to transform lives. People help them discover purpose. That's what they'll be saying. And even if I die on my graveside, if people gather, what would they say? Adet's voice, Adet's voice. And my spirit will just be there like smiling, yeah, I lived. You know when you die with pride? You know? But you think that is a bad thing? That is returning now. The only thing that makes you sad when you die is when you did not live at all. Because like a product, everybody alive, your expiring date is tied to what you were here to do. So if you play around and don't clearly discover it or start living it, once the battery of this microphone dies, the voice will off now. Share? That's what happens. So most of us young people used to wish that when I get to 50, I will do this, I will do that, I will do that. When I get to 60, I will do that. The Bible says with long life. Of course, the Bible says with long life, good life, God wants to give you good life. But your long life is tied to who you are. If your time is up, you will return. And then if you're not even using it, every day people are born, Abby. Every day people are dying. Someone else comes to take over your space. Have you ever been in a space that you now say, Kai, what this girl is doing? This is what I've been wanting to do. Oh, hi. Oh, they stole my idea. That's my idea. Have you ever felt that way? The way they did the idea drop. Who dropped the idea is watching. If you do nothing with the idea, check another person. He might even spread it like 10 and watch who got it, who is using it. The one that used it is who will. He give you everything that before you now wake up to say, this is what I wanted to do. Vivian is stealing my idea. Vivian has gone. And you will now be struggling. and you struggle forever without getting to the kind of result that Vivian has. Just because you missed it. Because it's tied to timing, right? Yeah, the way about age. Also be angry that if you also miss it, you might just be like struggling all through, right? Yeah, so I have, what does this mean? 1 minute, 30 seconds. Your timing is not explained. What does it mean? 1:30 p.m. What's the time now? Okay, that's now 3 minutes. Okay, thank you. All right, so to truly discover yourself starts by identifying your natural beauty. Now, mention this over and over again. All the clear discovery you came to do, it starts with the natural gifting that you know. That thing you love to do is one strong point. I mentioned it, right? Then two, the ones that you learned and you now do very well, try to go back and check. Will it contribute to being excellent in that thing I love to do? Because you are what you love to do, there are the things you know how to do well, but do a check-in. Clearly verify. What I know how to do so well, is it helping me becoming what I love to do? Yeah, because that's what will keep you in your process period. You know process period? You know why they want to build a house? You don't wake up and build house and come up a house, right? There is a process, and it's always very ugly. It's always very painful. Before a woman gets pregnant, there's a process, right? Before food is done, there's a process. You cook it, it's looking ugly, everything. Before you now turn to, yeah, you now eat it, right? So it's the same thing with you. What will keep you going through your process period that looks like nothing is happening, that looks like there is no result, that looks like how will you survive, that looks like, oh, am I doing it right? What will keep you is because you are doing something that you love to do. That even if nobody pays you, you still find results doing it. And without knowing that as you are doing it repeatedly over time, you're already building your foundation. And what you're doing that you love to do is so good and so excellent, people will start paying you to do that same thing. If somebody call me to go and speak to people now, and you're going to pay, what time I'm being paid 250 for 30 minutes talking online to guide people, 250,000 naira to naira, just to charge up people on discovery, right? That money is like you just dash me food for my phone. It's good you are paying me, but for what I would do even if you not pay me. You understand? Yeah. Even now, that's what I'm enjoying now. I don't work anywhere. Is this talking? Do you understand what I'm saying? Even my personal class, I do people to help them find themselves. You pay me 100,000 naira to give you 6 sessions to help you from here to this point. 100K. It has turned to source of income too. So don't be in a hurry for survival and forget to build who you are. Because you are in a hurry to just find food to eat. Endure your no food process. Endure your no having. That is why you have families and friends. What you cannot afford during your process period, people are already there to support you with them. Because somebody will give you food. Somebody will accommodate you. Somebody will help you. It's only for a while. But as long as you are on your mission of building, in no time, what you are giving out value for will start giving you your own food on the table. You will not suffer for too long. That's the truth. So don't be scared of suffering, of not having, and go and lock up yourself in survival. Most of you are already working in a place that it doesn't have anything to do with who you are. But you are there because, if not for this money, I can only do this job. Most of you are angry for Mondays. When is the day to go to work? Then when is weekend? Yeah, weekend. But if you are in a place of your doing, today is weekend, Abby. All of us in TFT would have been, hey, weekend. But we are here, we're not feeling like we are missing anything from weekend because what we are getting from here, you being here, we telling you this, is a result for us that we can go back and say, yes, we did it. While somebody is, yeah, weekend, we did it. Who wasted? Do you understand what I'm saying? So be conscious of that, and sharpen your skills, your natural skills. Don't, because the world is revolutionizing, the world is changing. Don't say, I know how to talk, I know how to write, I know how to draw, I know how to do this, and you remain by how you know how to do it. Things are changing. Update what you know. Update yourself, upgrade your skills. Do you understand? Upgrade. Because there are people that are learning how to do it better than you. And they will take over. So you that is natural, don't because of no upgrading, you are now left there and tell you, oh, you're so good, but this person talks better. You're so good, but this one draws better. So let it don't be in that way. Most of you that say you're doing spoken word, right? If I Google just your name right now, will the internet vomit me the history of your spoken words that you have been doing for years? Will internet vomit that to me? It's a thing to ask yourself. Because it starts from there. I leave you with this assignment. Carry your phone. Google your own name. Just write about your full name and see what internet gives about you. Try it and see who you are. See what you've been putting. Just see you by yourself right now. If the highest you see is your Facebook post, is you say you are doing, you say you are, you say you love to sing, and you know that you naturally know how to sing. You are gifted in it, right? And then I now meet you. Oh, what do you do? Like, I don't know this lady, but I want to know her. And if I want to know her without even asking her who she is, all I need is her full name. I'm like, Vivian, what's her full name? And she tells me my name. What's her full name? If I Google her name, I will know what she has been doing with who she is. And if I now meet her physically, Afiniki, so what do you do? Afiniki now tell me different things from what she said she is. Then Afiniki, the world is passing you by. You're not putting yourself out there. Nobody knows you, and you will never profit from who you are because your value is not visible. You can profit from who you are if only your value is being experienced. Do you understand? Yeah, I want to believe that my time is up and I've been able to, I've been able to speak to you on this, right? So let your attention be on, it helps you even, I love our objective. She said even relationship. Knowing who you are clearly helps you to even discover who should be your friend, who you should relate with. Our parents will tell us don't keep bad friends, go to bad friends, good reason. But the friends that you should not keep, it's not about, of course, don't any bad friend in your life, but make friends with people that makes you to be better in who you are, who believes in you, who have what you don't have to support you. It could be, you know how to talk, she knows how to video, I don't know how to video, and I'm talking right now, and they are videoing. We are friends. When I finish, and they say, Adek, your video. Thank you so much. Because while I was talking, I wasn't videoing myself, but a friend that knows how to video has helped me. You're my best friend. Why? Because you are helping me to put out my value. So it determines your friends, it determines partnerships that you make. Partnership in workspaces, partnership in even what you do. In case you are doing A and want to partner with B, don't because you just love Adek, let me go and partner with her. No. Make sure you are partnering because Adek system has what to contribute to the result that you want in what you are doing. Not just to partner. Right? Even in marriage or relationship, don't just say I love you, it's my girlfriend, my boyfriend, and there is nothing coming from that person. Not money. I don't even count money. You know why I don't count money? If I'm to keep a list of things I want, money is the last. And I don't even use money as a reason why I should not get certain things done. Because even without money, I can get everything I need to get done without the raw cash. I've hosted program in Yola that was almost 3.7 million naira. I didn't spend 100,000 naira. It was a very big program. I didn't spend money. All I did was check who has what I need. Money was my last option because how will I raise within 3 months? How will I raise 3.7 million naira to host the first women conference I held in Government House? It was big. It was not my making. So partnership or friendship or relationship is being determined by you knowing who you are. Don't tell a girl I love you, I love your body, I love this. Make sure you are loving. I love how you write. This your writing will help this my thing become better. I love how you That should be your foundation of relationship, and you will see that you are growing and not diminishing, right? And then even the materials you need, I mean, you will now know what you're googling based on what you need. Most of it they say go and use internet. You just enter internet and you see Instagram film, you see TikTok film. You can spend the whole day pressing phone and you achieve nothing with your data. Your own data is not beneficial to you. You just watch film. Then you throw in data. Or you tell yourself, well, live on the wire. If I was with iPhone, they say new video. It's not what you don't have that is the problem. The problem is you. You're not ready to live, because even if I don't have a phone, I'll look at people that came around. I'm looking at your phone. Can you help me take a video, please? One second. Can you help me video me? I will video you with your phone and transfer it to my Android and get quality. Before I went to train women in Ghana, that I bought this phone that you are seeing. I think I was paid 1 million naira for 1 week for talking to them. Immediately I came back, I just added money and bought a phone. But before I got the phone, whenever I travel to different countries, everybody in that country is using iPhone. Me, I'm using Android. But before I relate with you, I'm checking your device. Because I know that as you come out from the hotel room and I meet you, hi, oh, you're from which country? Oh my god, yeah, nice phone. Oh, you know, when we go to that spot, you're gonna help me, video. They'll say, oh, sure. I've gotten what I wanted, and that's why you're my friend in that conference. Not because of anything. Yeah. So when we get there, the friend already want to help me. Okay, stay like this, stay like that, and I stay, I do, and then she now transfer quality format to my device. Thank you. Bye. I'll say bye, thank you, and before you know, we have exchanged WhatsApp number. Just because you helped me send my video, now we have a WhatsApp number. Now I have a friend in country ABC. Thank you so much, guys. And then we'll meet again. Oh, it was hitting.
Are you sure that okay? Because what she has she's the author of the best-selling Remarkable book. As you heard from what she said, on yourself. Don't just say, so like the way she told us, invest in yourself, okay? So the next person that we're calling up here, her name is Yuri Bikume. She's coming up for the spoken word. Please give her a round of applause.
Who volunteered to video Glory? Every announcement. Oh, the same video, great.
Let me walk you through a story. This is basically very simple. I want you to look at the life of Ruth. Ruth is basically a young person. And when the world looks at Ruth, what they see is a blind mind, an empty brain, and maybe a gray future. But if you pay attention and listen to them speak about Ruth, they will tell you that she is not there yet. And that's why they do not want to reason with her or listen to her. But I know the truth. And they might not want to see the truth. Because basically the only reason why they would not want to listen to her is because they feel she is too young. Actually, too young to try. And then more of an issue is that though they feel she is too young, she thinks she would be able to try. And they feel, why should you feel that? You should calm down. And it is very, very okay for you to pour water on her fire because again, she is an adolescent. There is nothing adult-like that can come out of her life, no sense at all. I mean, it's just serious, she's uncertain, she is unsure. But if you ask me, I would say she simply lacks clarity. Being unsure, being uncertain is basically what being a teenager is. Excuse me, it is basically what being an adolescent is. So the scent might be confusing, but it is scent nonetheless. So should you stop it from flourishing just because it doesn't smell like your taste? I mean, everybody has his taste in this world. I don't know if you believe me, but I do not sound like you and you do not sound like me. So the excuse to not allowing her speak should not be just because she is young. You should not hinder her from thriving. And I do not lean on one gender. You should not allow him from thriving. Yes, I am for human equality, not just gender equality. That young boy in that community should not be hindered the mind simply because he is too young to thrive. There is no such thing as too young to thrive. I mean, I am young and I am choosing. And if there's anybody that should speak for such individual, it should be me because I can relate with him. And I would say that the only thing that he or she basically needs is clarity. Yes, he is uncertain. Yes, she is unsure, but the distance between where he is, where she is where they're meant to be, and it's simply self-discovery. Yeah. See, I am for discovery. It is what covers you and gives you shelter. It is not enough for you to look into the mirror. When you face the mirror, you see your looks and you see so many things about you, but the last thing that you can be able to do facing the mirror is answering questions that pertain to your soul. And so I put myself to a test once. And I asked myself, can you state one thing about yourself? That is good, that is. Because we all have one or two things about ourselves. And when you're asked to say a bad thing about yourself, you don't take time to say it. You say it within seconds. But then, let me ask, can you say something good about yourself? And then I discovered it took me more than 30 minutes to say that. Because it is not something that you normally think about. You do not stand and list things that you should say about yourself that is good. Because you're not taught to do so. And it's okay to not feel bad about it. I mean, you were not taught. That is all we learn in self-discovery. And I love this conference because it is clear discovery. And so you get clarity. You get to sit with yourself, answer questions that you're supposed to get answers about. And I love the previous session by Adek Basi. Thank you so much, Ma, for that session. It was wonderful, beautiful, powerful, amazing, incredible. I picked so much from it. And I love the fact that even before beginning the session, we got to know who we are without paying any fee for any session. She said, as they all know they pay anymore because what is taught is the finances you get attached to it. And then there is no point wasting your life and thriving in matters that do not concern your potential. What is the point of walking on this earth and not fulfilling your potential? I see you look at the ant walking on the wall upside down and you feel, why is it not falling? Well, you might consider it's because it is too small. But have you ever considered that you're walking on this world that is spherical and you never fall? Are you not the same as that tiny ant? Is it because you're not being viewed from the microscopic level? Well, you are that little. So it means it is very easy for you to learn everything about yourself while you are still staying on this earth. It doesn't take so much to learn about full potential. Because even before the cup becomes full, you already know who you are. You just did not pay attention to it. And all those things basically do not reflect who you are because you've never paid attention to making it. And so I want you to look at it. She is young. She is uncertain, but she is not unserious. Like I said, the distance between her and where she is meant to be is self-discovery. Sitting with yourself and picking things about life that can cover you. That is how you attain your full potential. That is how you draw and get every single thing that you need in life. So sorry if anyone had looked you down and said that you would not amount to nothing. You know, they pay to trade. No, you are meant to stay where you are and reflect everything that basically says who you are. So don't let me tell you who you are. You've stayed with yourself all your life. Just be yourself and pin down
Sorry, Greg, Yuri. Wow. That was powerful. Thank you so much. How many of you want Maureen's contact to learn more? Because I'm giving you contact too. So she will, yeah, she'll give you guys her contact. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, wow, clarity, self-discovery, know yourself. So, on our next schedule right now, we're on to the group discussion. So we'll be parted in different groups right now. So our host will do that for you. Don't say my friend is here, my friend. No, be open-minded. Grow, know people, network. This is an opportunity for you to network. Don't shut your mind down, okay? So these are our next session.
All right. For before the group session, okay, we are going to have the panel session with Ms. Adek as our host. Can you appreciate that? And then our panelist is our senior one for the day. Can you keep clapping as everybody do? In the person of Ms. Vivian Ibrahim. Can you appreciate them as they come up, please? Can you keep clapping, keep appreciating them? Keep appreciating them.
I'll just be asking her questions, right? So this is like one of the important moments of this conference, and it's not just a talk show. It's about what you've heard. Now let's hear a life story of a fellow young person like us on her journey to becoming who she is. Because she's already a legacy at her age that she is, right? So this is when, thank you. This is when we will just hear your story. The aim is, at this room right now, you are the one referred to as positive deviants before we go. Because you have become the result. So all you share with us will help someone else try to also embark on their own journey. Not just to be like you, but to be them. Because someone else has become them. You understand? Yeah, so good to have you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So before we get to the question, outside what people know about you, maybe they probably are wrong or they don't really know who you are. Do you mind telling us the truth? Who really are you?
Hello everyone. My name is Vivian Ibrahim. I'm the founder of Queen Bee Chess Academy and Chess Lady Camps Initiatives. And I was one time Miss Adama 2017-2018. And I'm a huge football fan. I love football. Man City for life, please. Do I have my fellow citizens?
Okay. All right. So thanks so much for pointing. I'm sure now you know her from what you know. In case you don't know her, her full name is Vivian Ibrahim. Right? I've told you the trick how to know somebody, right? You can even connect to her to her phone number. Just Google it. It's all there. So you enter Vivian's details and then you get access to her, right? So now I'm trying to make sure. Just tell us specifically now what you have done that has become your journey. Yeah.
Okay. I would say my journey started when I when I graduated from the university. Because back then, while we were waiting for NYSC, I decided to volunteer to be a teacher, a computer science teacher, because I studied computer science down to master's degree in computer science. So I volunteered together with my friend. She also volunteered to be and she studied biochemistry, so a chemistry teacher at Bekaji Secondary School. So the moment I started, it was just 3 months. We were not paid. We were just giving transportation. But what led us to doing that was her mom was a principal, so she was like, they have shortage of teachers and they can't get teachers now before the term ends. So we're like, oh, no problem, sure, we'll do that, we'll assist her. So that was my journey. Like, I didn't even know it was a journey to me, I didn't know. So that ignited something. Like, that was when I discovered, oh, I actually love teaching because I had no idea I did that. So that was when I started connecting more with children. And then after that, I think from there I went for this Adamawa camp. And then when I won, my first project was educating girl child education, encouraging girl child education. It was at Rumekila. It just ended as a conversation. My aunt, their farm is close to that, so she came home complaining that and she went there, this certain school over there at Rumekila, and they don't do anything. The girls just come to sell stuff, and that's it. So I decided to go there myself. I went there, I didn't even bother to introduce myself to them. I just went as if I'm just someone that was just passing. And then I was like, I want to do my first project here in this school. So from there, I now decided working towards being having my project. I went to the Commissioner of Education, then I now invited him. I'm like, I want to do this project. The only thing I was even taking to them, aside from the talk, was exercise books. So when we got there, the very day that I got there, they were like, they were interviewing one man. I think he's the Mianwa community leader. So he was like, when they told him his Adama was coming, he said it in Hausa, that Nasama wata katuwan mata ne. A wancan suna wata siri wata na zo ashe ita ce Mrs. Adama. Up to today they call me Mrs. Adama. So from there, during the program, we now gifted them exercise books. It wasn't much, it was just one exercise book per child. The way they valued that, they were like, wow, we even brought the commission. They had no idea a commissioner can even come to them. They said they had no idea the commissioner knew they were existing. And then the commissioner promised to erect a classroom for them. I actually saw the building and then to increase more teachers for them. So that was the beginning of my journey towards impacting young lives. Because the way that that book made them feel, it even fueled my soul to, okay, let me extend this and do another one, shoot a child. Because like I said, when I started teaching, I discovered that I love education aspect. Yeah. Because during my, is it IT, that was when I discovered that, 9 to 5 is not for me. 9 to 5 is not for me at all. So I was even programming to my mind that I would just try and become a lecturer afterwards. So when I did that straight child program, it was at one village in Mayadelwa, actually that's where I'm from. So the way that it was just a shoe, and then the way that the parents made a big deal out of it, I was like, I would love to continue doing this. Because of the way it made them, the way they were singing, their mothers came out and they were beating them and they were singing. I enjoyed that. To them, it was something huge. So when I got back, I remember discussing with a friend. I was like, I would love to continue doing this even after my ring, after everything. The person said, don't worry, I just talking because you don't have a problem. By the time life show you shaky, you won't even think of or consider helping others. But I'm glad that I've proven the person wrong.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. What I just needed to, because this is just like me doing clarity checking with you live, in the midst of everyone, through these questions that I'm asking, right? So if you remember your childhood, were you one of those children that love to teach your friend something? Were you doing it without even knowing that was something? Were you that person?
Yes. Yes. Do you know the funny thing? I've never thought of it until now. Yes. I grew up in a face-made, face-free apartment and compound. So I usually got gather the kids. Back then, I'll be like, I'm teaching them. It's like we're doing acting. I'm teaching them basketball, and it's just be assuming I'm their coach and all of that. So yeah, I was thinking, yes.
Yeah. So it, like I said, we always have our pointers with us from childhood, but sometimes we don't recognize it.
Exactly.
But if you embark on that journey, this has bettered who you are right now. I mean, who would have wondered that the global chess player would be like in Adamawa? But what pulled him here was your life.
Yeah, that was what someone told me.
Yeah.
Someone told me that he was responding to results.
Yes.
The results, like, my boy is here. He's a chess player. He's a very good chess player.
Amazing. You should come in front. Please, Aruna, come to this royal seat and sit here. Because his own journey have just started right from this age.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And there's something you said when you were sharing that whenever a result happened, it makes you want to do more. To you, it was little, but to the recipient of what you were giving, it was a lot.
Exactly.
And that's what happened to who we are. It might look like you're just saying this thing right now. It's very small to you. It takes nothing for us to have this conversation, right? But to somebody listening who needs this information, somebody's life has begun from just listening to this. And that person will become something in 20 years linked to just hearing this conversation. To them is a lot. So these are pointers that we are confirming because most of the things you're sharing, if you think about your whole life, you're already like picking yours clearly. All right, so growing up, what were some of the things or potentials you were curious or passionate about? Maybe you didn't even have them. Like me, I was stammering now, but I was curious about how to talk. I love people that know how to talk. I was like, I wish I would know how to talk.
I don't like being in the midst of people.
Ah.
Yes. Even at home, my dad always be like, why are you always inside? Come to the parlor and discuss with people like human being. I am I'm always scared of being like around people because I think it's sometimes I think maybe it was like self-esteem issues because I wasn't confident.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's maybe the way that we are brought up. Any small thing you do, like how dare you? The normal Nigerian bringing up like how dare you do that, or all like this, like responding to it. Sometimes you just feel like okay, even if you are working and you hit your leg on the stone, you feel like oh, this is my fault because I should have looked because that's how we're programmed. If by mistake you break a cup, you'll be like, why did you do? Why didn't you look? Didn't you see? So I think that's also and that is also contributing to a lot of self-esteem issues that a lot of kids in Nigeria are having right now.
Thank you for really pointing out that because like I told people yesterday that sometimes people around us have shot people's destiny inside because they try to express it, but somebody shuts it down and say, why should you do this? It's not what you should do. And all of these things that maybe that was what you naturally love to do. And I also want to put it to you that even though you were scared of the crowd, deep down you wish you were able to be in the crowd.
There was a time during our common entrance, a girl was brought out to pray before the beginning of the exams. So she prayed very well. So I came back home, I was telling my mom, I wish I can stand in front of people and do this. But when they were saying like who will come out and do this, no, I was even trying to hide.
Yeah. So these are like pointers confirmation. Okay, so did you always know what you wanted to become? Or did the clarity come later? I mean, what did you study again?
Computer science.
Computer science. For degree, right?
Yeah.
What do you now do for masters?
Computer science.
Okay, now, what have you wanted to become? Who are you?
A pharmacist. When I was in SS3, we only had 10 girls in our science class, and then half wanted to become doctors and half wanted to become pharmacists. And I can boldly tell you that none of us decided of those things.
Thank you so much. So I'm sure your clarity of who you are and what you love to do and what you become now came later on in your life, even after that process, right? Yeah, so what was the turning point and a defining moment for you in your self discovery journey?
Okay, let me talk about chess now, because it's a big part of my life.
Yeah.
So I recently shared the story of how I started playing. I was in jazz too. Let me say it again. I was in jazz too. Oh, I remember, sadly, the person that taught me how to play chess fast, right, before I even started doing these things. So she brought chess sets to the host and she was like, who is interested in playing? And then I was curious because, of course, it's just to look down what that we know how to play. So I got down to now see what it's all about, and then she said it's actually a training because we are trying to get some people that will represent the school at the chess tournament. I immediately showed interest because to me it's an opportunity for me to go outside the school and meet other kids. Yes. I wasn't saying that I want to be good in this so that I can go and win anything.
Which of the school?
Oh, Lutheran Junior Seminary.
So when you were in secondary?
Yeah, secondary, just yes. So I was eventually picked. Back then, sincerely speaking, I had no idea I was good at chess. I just knew that I was playing and then I fell in love with it. I don't know if it's like that for every chess player because I've always told people that chess is, let me use the word cult, but not in a bad way. Because the moment, yeah, when you are a chess player, whenever you see it, you would love to promote it. So that's how I felt. I was so in love with it that during my first tournament was inside community hall at, yeah, I remember, this day when I go to visit Mary in school, I usually tell her this was the hall that I did my first tournament. And then I was even playing with my friends. I wasn't even paying attention if I was winning or not. And then I didn't even play with girls. There were girls, but I wasn't playing with girls. Later, I was just playing with boys to play. So after the whole thing, I was just gisting with my friends that came from other schools. Then I had best female chess player, Liv and Ibrahim. I was surprised because I wanted to just go out and meet people, and I was doing that. So my mind was very there. So I was like, oh, I went and received the prize. It was 500 naira. The way I was happy. You know how much was money working at school like that? I was 20 naira.
Yeah, that was a lot.
So I was extremely happy. From there, I was like, this is something I would love to continue to do because it really, really made me very happy. Yeah, so I discovered my journey without even realizing it. Last 2 weeks, someone sent me a message. It was like, you actually discovered your journey and what you are meant to do without even realizing it back then. Yeah, so it contributed to me being here today.
And there's something striking you've said that you now realize what genuinely makes you happy. So that thing that genuinely makes you happy is also a strong pointer to who you are that can become a legacy. And if you notice your life in the story that you've shared so far, you still converted the chairs to help people back to school.
Exactly.
Everything still connected back to what she naturally loves to do.
Yeah. Because I remember someone once told me that imagine the person was just saying it. Like imagine doing what you love and making money with it. That thing sticks to my
Best part
head.
of life.
And then that was when I decided, oh, let me start a chess class because I do chess class when parents pay for their kids to learn how to play chess. Before I was not. Let me extend this.
Sorry, hold on. You were now charging parents to train their children how to play chess.
Yes.
What for somebody? Continue, please.
Yeah, so before I was like, okay, I love because I've been to IDP camps before, so I'm like, let me extend this to these kids and then connect really with my encouraging the girls to education. But when I went there, I fell in love with all the kids and I forgot to even focus on girls. I now joined all of them together.
Wow, are you guys speaking something? Because the reason why I'm asking her this question is to just clearly show you how to become you that becomes a legacy. I'm not even hyping her who she is now. That's we're going from history. In the beginning of when all of this is the story now, it wasn't easy. it was just a process. In
Like,
fact, I'm
even
sure you did
realize.
so many things hungry.
Yes.
All right, we're going somewhere. All right, so how did you, were there times you felt lost, confused, unsure if you're doing the right thing? Because I'm sure friends must have mocked at you like, what are you doing? You have done masters, kumagina and ranking at chess? What is this? People must have said things to you that even you begin to doubt yourself. Are you sure? Are you sure? Were there moments like that?
Very, a lot. In fact, there was a time I went to custom office here in Yola,
Yeah.
and then the person now asked, no immigration office, the person now asked me what I do. When I told him, he was like, because to them it doesn't make sense. And then a close friend of mine, someone that is very influential, was like, Chess, how do you even make a living out of this? Like in the north, I get that a lot.
Location.
Even when I go out to play, because I've represented Malta at local games, Nigerian University games. So whenever I go out to play, like when I say out, like outside Adamawa State, a lot of people will be like, they're from Adamawa, they play chess. Someone told me this in Abuja, they play chess in Adamawa State. I get that a lot. And sadly, my kids too, they also get that a lot.
So at some point, how did you deal with those moments that made you to self-doubt? Like, how did you push through and still stay on?
The funny thing is that it didn't make me to self-doubt. Because I read it somewhere, they said, decide what you want and say no to anything that isn't it. So that made me I'm very focused on that. Because no matter, it doesn't have to, because I'm always like, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody what I'm doing, but when they see results, they'll be like, oh, so what people respond to results. They don't even respond to process.
Yeah, you said some striking words. The first word that you said is, they became a fail to you. So where people laugh at you and mock you or even want to make you feel bad that you cannot even do this, you should convert that to a fuel to keep going. They hear they will see the result, they will still come back to you. And then you see something that doesn't even make sense. So in who you are, embarking on your journey, most of the time, it doesn't even make sense to people around, even you. But because you know that your happiness is connected to these things, you just keep doing it. In no time, that nonsense might start making sense. And they will start, right now, I'm sure you're hot cake, everybody wants Vivian. And the same people that want Vivian now, they didn't even see that this thing was a thing.
Let me
Have
tell
you
you something.
experienced that?
Let me tell you something. You know, when I was planning on bringing Tunde other parents to Yola, I was trying to get financial support because the budget was like 2.9 million naira. So I had classmates that are very well to do. So I reached out to one of them. I was like, this is what I'm trying to do, because I got a disappointment from the NGO that were initially supposed to sponsor it. So I still have the message in my phone. She texted me that this is not what we support. Yes. She said, I'm sorry, but this is not what we support. Yes. And then another person also told me that I still have the message, because all these messages I show my kids. That's one thing. So rejection. Yes. Another person also told me that this is not something I want to invest in because it doesn't make sense to me.
To pay to bring a human here.
But then when they now saw the results in Mary, that same person that told them this is not what they support, she screenshot it and sent it to me, and she was like, well done. It's also in my phone. So yes.
I'm having chills because this just validates that we might all look different on our different path of journey, but our experiences on this process pattern is almost the same. Because people will reject, people will write you off, people will say you're wasting your time. People tell me I'm wasting my time developing young people. Instead of me to go and help my life, get a job, travel out, you have all it takes, it doesn't make sense to them. But when I look at the results of the young people, it makes sense to me and it keeps me going. But I know that the same people are now turning around. social media organization, come on, me too want to do like this. And I'm just smiling. Now it has made sense to them. Imagine if I was discouraged because they discouraged me. It would have been this.
Yes.
And everybody want a picture with who they say it doesn't make sense to spend that amount of money.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying true. Alright, now my last question is, what obstacles did you face on your journey? And how did you overcome it? Obstacles in terms, so I know when I even spoke about obstacle in my own primary support. From my two parents, I recognize one as an obstacle, one as an enabler. But I love them both. But I recognize that this is an obstacle. But it shouldn't let me down. Were there obstacles that you found in all your, like, in your processing? And how did you overcome it? Apart from, let me don't even use resources. Apart from resources, there will be other obstacles that you might want to mention.
Yeah, I think first of all, our environment, because there are some things, if we're being honest, Adamawa State and Northern Nigeria is civil servant state. The normal dream for us is graduate from school, get into civil service, and that's it. In fact, when I got with this notion of, if you are not a government worker, you are suffering. Yes, a lot of us had that mindset. So, especially with what I do, my location is like -1.
Yeah.
So, when I wanted to start, let me start with the Chess Academy. A lot of people started saying, you spoke about this earlier. They said she came from nowhere. That I just came from nowhere and I want to do this. How dare you? It's not like they were saying to people and then people are coming to tell me, no, they said it to my face. Yeah, there's this group chat that they were even talking about it, but thankfully, when I participated, my first tournament, I think it was in 2007, I had certificates for that.
Yeah.
So that's what I was even telling my kids at the camp. I said, all these certificates that when you got, they give you, hold it.
Yeah.
Because it will count one day. And then, back then, I was scared. Because that was the first time I wanted to do something like that. I was scared, but there was someone in that group chat. Even though he's a Nigerian, but he's not based in Nigeria. So he contacted me privately. He was like, you don't need permission from anybody to do anything that you want. So that comforted me and that gave me more courage to carry on. And then I'm glad that those people have seen the results, and as we speak, they're the ones coming to render help. Yes, they're even doing.
They want to be affiliated. I know Vivian, and take pictures. Thank you so much for sharing all of this, because I feel like the goal of this story sharing, I feel like it has been achieved. It's not theory, it's not story, it's not a movie. This is reality. From even this location, because sometimes if we're doing an event like this, we pick positive deviance from that location. Just to erase the mindset of it's never possible from here to global. And I want to say to you, like Vivian Ibrahim, because that's your legacy. You have become a legacy. And embarking on this journey always comes with processes. But you've gone through some that should have stopped you, that nothing should stop you anymore. Right? And just enjoy your legacy, because that's what's going to be. From academy to being in rooms to just share for the results that it will happen. And I don't know if you ever admired Nelson Mandela's story, all of those stories. You are Vivian Ibrahim, and your story is the legacy. Thank you so much. Now, is there a message you want to say to everyone listening both on site and both online, that they might hold on to that message even after now?
Yes, actually. How many of you here have watched this movie, Mortal Kombat?
Almost
everybody. Can you remember the part that Liu Kang was trying to face? They called it was, because that's how we call it, was. And then Princess Kitana told him that in order to win, you must face 3 things. You have to face your fear, face yourself, and face your enemy. And then that thing has always been with me, because when they say face your enemy, it's not really a person. It can be that goal that seems far-fetched. It might be that vision that you have that, so in order to face your enemy in this goal or for a vision, you just have to break it into tiny actionable pieces. For example, when I was to do this, I just organized secondary school stress tournament. So to do that, sometimes I can be very lazy, but then I set this goal for myself because that's an enemy. So I be like, okay, today is strictly to distribute letters to secondary schools. Yeah. I'm not going to go to any office for any letter. Today is strictly secondary school. Tomorrow is office. So I break it into sections and it helps me a lot. And then the other thing is face yourself. Facing yourself is, that self-doubt, that lack of confidence, that regret, all of that. It doesn't define you, of course. It doesn't define you. Who you are, what defines you is what you want. And that particular lights up your soul. A lot of people are lost, like they lack clarity. So the easy way to do this is, for me, it was chess, and I had no idea. Yeah. So you should try new hobbies, try volunteering, like I did. I didn't know that I loved teaching, but when I tried that, I now fell in love with it. So it can either drain you, like my IT 9 to 4 drained me, or it can spark up your soul. So that's, every failure is also a feedback. And then the last one is face your fear. I have that a lot. In fact, even when you invited me for this, I was scared. But then there is something I always go with. Having fear means you are at the edge of attaining your goal. Yeah. So even if your voice is trembling, you should speak up. Even if your legs are shaking, you should take that step. Because I applied this actually, because the beginning of this month or late last month, I was trying to get the attention of the president of American University of Nigeria. So I was trying to go through procedure, but it was taking time. One thing that I would normally not do, I was scared, but I just reached out to him on LinkedIn and I was like, sir, I would like to have a meeting with you. And surprisingly, he accepted. He was like, yes, yes. I was really scared, but I did it, and I was, someone once told me that sometimes audacity is more than money. There are places that you need audacity, not money. So that was what I also used. So even if you are feeling down, get up and show up for yourself. Because if you are feeling like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm lost, the world, like she said, time is just passing. Nobody will stay and wait for you to recover. You have to force yourself to stand up and then do something. Define your values and also be honest with yourself and stay true to yourself. Because someone else is doing it doesn't mean that you will also succeed in that. And then there is one thing a lot of motivational speakers do. They will not tell you, some of them don't talk about their failures. And then you now start hating yourself. Why am I doing this same thing and I'm going through this? Why this person is progressing? Because you don't know the silent battles that they were fighting before they reached that. So whatever you are trying to do, that battle that you are facing, it's normal, it's a process. And then lastly, I always say this, whatever you are going through now might be a survival skill for someone later. So your story of how you overcome is going to be someone else's survival skill. So just continue staying true to yourself. Thank you. Thank you so much.
very, very seriously should be. In fact, I always said I had to tie myself down to content calendar just to try and keep up, and I always don't want to do it. So I thank you so much for addressing that. I really was inspired because I see you online and it looks like you look brilliant. So yes, thank you so much for addressing that. And then thank you for these 3 pointers, the fear, and then that facing yourself back. I really love it. And how you said the section in things. I just loved everything about it. Thank you very much.
Can you appreciate her, please?
Well, good morning to you all. First and foremost, I'm grateful to Almighty Allah to be here. Seriously, the insight that have been shared to us is a fuel to our future. Like, let me make it in a simpler way. When I was here initially, I started there talking about presence, future, confidence, know yourself, something like this. But with the last session, I thought that all these obstacles and trials towards what you want to achieve is a prayer. And it's a strong something that will make you, but if you believe in them, they will stop you. But if you believe in yourself, you will fly. So based on this, I would like to appreciate the insight that was been shared to us. Thank you all and all the hostess of the program. Thank you.
And then the last, our vision coordinator.
So thank you so much for everything you shared. First of all, I want to appreciate Mrs. Alex Bassi, even though we are mostly listening to her, so whatever she says is always fresh and I'm always inspired. Thank you so much, Ma. And I would love to thank you for what you said, that your location should not stop you to becoming what you want to become, right? There's this feeling that people have that when you're from Adamawa or when you're from Yola, I mean, you don't have that exposure and nothing good can really come out of this place. But thank you for showing us that location doesn't matter. And thank you, Queen B. I mean, you've been an inspiration to so many of us here. And listening to you today, I believe has inspired myself and a lot of us in this room. And one key thing you said is that audacity is very important, right? I think so many of us want to do things, but then we are stopped by fear. All we need is just that audacity. What will happen? Nobody will kill us, nobody will beat us, right? So thank you so much.
Can you appreciate her one more time? Okay, while going around, I noticed that some of you have tags but did not put them on, alright? The tags are please meant to be put on. So if you have your tags in your hands or on your purse or on your tie, please put them on, Alright, thank you very much. Okay, and then next thing we are going to do is please bring out your phones. Bring out your phones. For those of you who can scan from your phones, can you please turn behind your tag at the back? You can see what to scan, the code to scan. Alright? Okay, can you please do the scanning now? And then for those whose phone can't do that, you can go on the different social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and then type Today for Tomorrow Initiative. Alright? Type Today for Tomorrow Initiative. You can do that now. And if you have time. Time Today for Tomorrow Initiative. Yeah. When you do that, you let me know. Okay? Let me know that you're good.
I think it's so easy that you attach with a picture.
Okay, are we good? Are we good? Alright. Now you can just do what to follow. That's the first activity for this online. Then we'll do the second one. Just briefly. Alright, if you follow that line, saying let me know, and then we'll move over to the next. Okay? We move over to the next. Now for those who have finished, can you use your phone and take a picture of yourself with your tag, like right now? Take a picture of yourself with your tag. With a selfie. A selfie of yourself with your tag. Okay, are you ready? Can you take a picture of yourself, a selfie of yourself? Raise your phones up, take a selfie of yourself with your tag, and then put a very beautiful smile. Put a very beautiful smile. Yeah, do it right now. And then for those who have, you go to your preferred social media platform and then post it now with the caption, like at the main edition of the TFT conference. You posted already for some of you. Have others done that? If you have done that, can you wave please? Is there only one person? Okay, two people are waving. For those of you, you have 5 minutes to do that. You have 5 more minutes to do that. Okay? Put on that smile, the attitude that you were giving, and then let us see. Alright, see beautiful faces, see very, very handsome faces. Okay? And then while you post live at the TFT conference, do well to tag Today for Tomorrow initiative. Alright? Do well to tag Today for Tomorrow initiative. If you have done that, can you wave? If you have done that, can you wave? If you posted a caption live at the main edition of the TFT conference, and then you tag Today for Tomorrow initiative. If you've done that, let me know. If you've done that, let me know. Have you done yours? Have you done yours? Live at the edition of the TFT conference. Okay, are we good now? Now there is a last exercise that we will do before the sharing of the group. I am going to say CFT conference, and then you will go on to say setting the path for the future. We will have a video session with that. I will do that part. Okay, a selfie video. So if I say CFT conference, you say setting the path for the future. Can we rehearse it now? CFT conference. Setting the path for the future. Can we go again? TFT conference. Setting the path for the future. TFT conference. Setting the path for the future. Alright, can you now look at my camera, please? TFT conference. Setting the path for the future. TFT conference. Setting the path for the future. Alright, thank you very much. Can you appreciate yourselves, please? Beautiful faces, beautiful faces. Okay, now for the grouping. Earlier, I said that for some of you, for those of you who entered, you were given sticky notes. And then for those who came later on, same thing was given. And then you were asked to write what you know how to do and also what you love to do. Okay, just remain on your seat, and then the host for the panel session and the panelists will go around, and then you can ask your questions with them. Just be patient with them. And before they reach where you are, you can take the time to network with your neighbor, take numbers, know where they're from, and then build a very good relationship. Thank you very much. Can you appreciate them as they begin, please?
Sorry, while she'll be going this way, she'll be going this way, I'll be going this way. Then we'll switch. We'll still come to you. So she'll still come this way, and I'll still come this way, right? Yeah, so you just get seated with your questions, and if you want a selfie, you want a picture, take what it is take at that time that they come to you, right? That we come to you. I forgot to announce the thing for July edition, because this main conference will happen now and end. It's not one of them. I told you it's a program that we have created, right? Now the program will be holding alternating months. So it will be held in the month of, this is May, right? It will not hold in June, it will hold in July. Then it will not hold in August, it will hold in September. So that's how we'll be going. And the theme, who wants to hear the theme for the July edition? I mean, today's theme was, this one theme is clear discovery. It was intentional to set the foundation on who you are. But through this conference, we're going to use it to build you into becoming your own journey, right? So the theme for the July edition of the TLT conference is converting who you are to profit. Please celebrate that. You don't want to miss that one. Converting who you are to profit, from local to global. We will talk to you and bring people that will show you how to convert that who you are to make profit with it, and how to move from here to the global. They will share with you opportunities, sites, links, things that will take you to that kind of level. So do not miss it for any reason. Even if you travel, I'll come from Abuja, wherever I am. I need to be here live for the July edition, right? Yeah. So tell a friend to tell a friend. This May was the first, and it was a social experiment. We had over 100 people that needed a seat in this room today. And we knew that the venue we're to use, which is the TFT's hall, can take only 60 people. That's why we're saying, is who comes first can get a seat. We knew. And the remaining numbers don't have a seat. As they clock their 60,
I don't understand. Ah, it's not that I'm just. Yes, sir. No, no. People didn't come. People didn't show. I think she's busy with the exam.
I know she had a girlfriend. And he told her about and then inside the space, so we come to the They say yes, people. They say
Sorry.
everywhere. So now, what I
She was really surprised. It's like the more people I say no, the more I am like still pushing. I didn't allow that to define because I already put it at the back of my mind. Like, this is what I want to do. I put it in the back of the kids' mind too. Because when it was like 2 weeks to his coming, nothing was coming up already. I am lucky that I had friends that helped. So I started chipping in and I'm so close for the kids because I don't like presenting them as pattern. So I was like, I'm not really at the back of the mind of this person is coming, we are having this program, so I can't disappoint when this person rejected. I now moved to the next one. And someone was told me because I was complaining that never was the
Yes, sir.
I was very consistent. And I tried one of them left out.
Please time up, time up, time up, time up. Can you appreciate them and go back to your seat?
It was a movement. They don't want to do anything. Thank you so much. How was it?
Okay, for the group behind, can you spread out now? The time is up, the time is up. The time is up. Can you go back to your seat? Can you go back to your seat? Can you go back to your seat? All right. Anybody in the back end for this session? Please, if you have, can you wave? Can you wave? Not just wave and smile. Can you wave? Exactly. Show me that. All right. So please, can you appreciate them? Can you please appreciate them? Let's see how can you get on their hands. You learn. Appreciate them. Appreciate them. Can you please one more time? Another round of appreciation, please. Can you do that for them? And just in 2 minutes, we will be over. So right now, I am going to be inviting someone to speak about the TFT Skill Hub. Alright, it's something you will definitely love. Okay, so as I invite him, can you appreciate him? I call on Mr. Joshua Audio as he comes up. So please, can you appreciate him? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Victor. Can you put your hands together for yourself now? Yes, it can be louder.
It's been an exciting experience, really, from the start up until this point, and we are really grateful. Thank you so much for coming around. Okay, so we're talking about skill hub. The vision was birthed from the thoughts around how that immediately after so many persons graduate, they get stranded. Yes. We are past the time when you graduate from the university and then the job is waiting for you. True or true? True or true? I had elderly people, I've conversed with elderly people back then, and then they'll be like, when I graduated, there was a job. Yes. But we are past that time now. We are currently in the phase where not what you can do, not about what you have. Yes. So a survey was carried out by Covenant University recently about the percentage of graduates that are jobless. And then they found out that around 30-something% of people that come out from it actually have a job. So, in review of all of these things, we are unveiling Skill Hub, today's Skill Hub to you. What do we do? It's pretty interesting what we'll be doing. We would help you own your future. Yes. We'll help you own your future. If I may ask, how many persons have skills here? Can you just put up your hand? If you know you have a skill, and if you know I can come and meet you and give you 300k or 500k, do this. And then you'll be confident to collect it because you know you can deliver. Can you just put up your hand? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 persons. Interesting. In today's skill hub, that's what would help you do. Would help you own your future. Our track covers across leadership and management. For some of you, the idea is you'll be going to spearhead organizations. Yeah, you'll be out there on the board, and there are some skills you have to learn. For some persons, even if some of the persons that raise up their hand, they have the skill, but they don't know how to sell the skill. Are we together now? I've conversed with persons before, and I know, wow, this guy is gifted, this lady is wow, but I see the lapse already. She doesn't know how to talk. It's a skill, a big skill. Yeah? So, in today's skill hub would help you own your future beyond the skill. One of our track is leadership and management. We have communication track, and then of course we also have the tech track. Yes? We'll be teaching a couple things, really helpful things. For the tech track, we'll be teaching you how to do branding for companies and web development too. Very important. Yeah? And then for leadership and management, like I stated earlier, the idea is to equip you with what is needed, even for those that have the skill. You'd step out to talk, and then they would know this person knows what he's doing. It's a skill. If you've conversed with really technical, I code. Yes. If you've conversed with really technical people, you discover that in an organization, one of the skills that tend to stand out is communication. Yes. If you've had the privilege to work remotely, nobody sees your face. What they hear is your voice. And so because when they hear is your voice, you would have to express confidence. You have to express your skill set. You have to get to them that you can do what you can do over audio. Yeah? So for as many as have this skill, we also have slots for you, because we also have a track for communication. And it's going to be a wonderful experience. If you'd be interested, you can of course reach out to Victor immediately after we close, and then put down your name, just put down your number, we'll reach out. We are beginning our cohort, the first cohort, very soon, and you don't want to miss out on this. In today's skill hub, we'll teach you to own your future, we'll teach you to take responsibility for it. Thank you so much.
Can you please appreciate it? Can you appreciate it? That was a very, very wonderful one. Thank you, Joshua. And secondly, yes, sir.
So for the coverage of the training, yeah, it's going to be physical and it's going to be virtual too. Yes, but the essence is, as many persons as are around you would advise to come physically. It's advised, virtual classes is advised of people are far away. Yeah, but it will also be very engaging. Overall, it's going to be virtual. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Secondly, yes, sir, you want to ask? All right. I'll be calling on someone to introduce to all of you the TFT savings scheme. It's also something I love you to know about, and trust me, you will love to hear about it. So I call on Juliet Tito. Can you appreciate that she comes forward for that?
Let's discovery. What's your rest?
TFT conference.
Let's discovery.
TFT conference.
How's the group program being? Okay. Please how many of us are saving? Let me see our hands up. If you are not saving, let me see your hands up. So, today for Tomorrow Initiative is currently running a savings program for adolescents and for youth. It's a good place for you to come and save. And then the reason why we're doing this is because we see that adolescents and youth have the issues of saving, so we want to build a culture amongst us. So for adolescents, it's free, and for our youth, it's 2,000 naira registration. So you save from 1,000 naira and above. So you can either choose for 7 months or for 1 year. And then for every 1,000 naira that you save, you get a 2% increase on it. So please just in case you're interested after now, you can just meet me outside and then I'll document and you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, one last thing before we go. How many of you are really, really happy to be here? Can you wave? With a smile, please. Can you wave? Exactly. Thank you very much. Now, I want to ask, how many of you would like to be a part of the TFT conference team? All right, can you wave, please? Okay. For this, I'm going to give you sticky notes so that you just write your name and your number. And please, you can notify. If you want to be part of what Joshua spoke about, you can add that now so that I know those who are interested in that too. All right? So please, can you just raise your hands up while I give you? Is that all? Okay, I'm going to collect that before we all leave your name and your contact. And then if you want to be part of today's clip of notify on that. Alright? Okay. If you know that you are happy with today's session, can you just appreciate yourself? Now finally, I'd like to call on someone, a very special someone to this organization. He is the Youth Engagement Officer for Today for Tomorrow initiative. He's going to be helping us with the closing remarks, okay, a final address to everybody, and then to do the final appreciation to everyone. So as I call on the Youth Engagement Officer, please begin to clap. His name is Wesley Marcus Kuche. Keep clapping until he comes out, please.
Thank you very much, Victor. Hello. How many of us are happy to be here? How many of us have gotten something impactful from this program? If you grab something, please raise your hand. All right, great. So this program was meant for you, for every young person out there. We planned this program for 10 to 25 years. And the purpose was for us to discover ourselves. At TFT, our main focus is the young people. We don't work outside anybody, outside this group of people. It's always young people. When you hear TFT, oh, our own is just young people. So I want to just say that this our office is open for everybody. As far as a young person, we are open out here for you. We have challenges, we have problems, we have sections on Thursdays, which are meant for you as a young person to access, and it's free of charge. And this conference also is going to be holding bi-monthly, as our speaker said. It's going to be holding, next session is going to be holding in July. And we look forward to seeing you all. Thank you very much for attending this conference. Thank you very much for participating. Thank you very much for giving attention and for drawing much as you can from our speakers. See you in July. Thank you very much.